Talking to Paul Gosar, you did a great job. I'm speaking to the Republicans of Yavapai County, but not everybody was here, obviously. So what do you have to say to the rest of the community here about what's happening in Washington and what your goals are?
Well, we got a broken system, and everybody knows it. It doesn't matter if you're left or right, if you're in Yavapai or in Mojave or in New York City. You know that there is no rule of law. And that's why one of the things I brought up tonight is I was one of the 11 signatories in regards to pursuing criminal charges to the Attorney General, Christopher Wray, the FBI director, and the special prosecutor Huber out of Utah. And that was Mr. Comey, Ms. Clinton, Mr. McCabe, Mr. Strzok, Ms. Page, and anybody that signed the affidavits of 702 warrants on Carter Page and its renewal. So people need to know we got to get back to the equal application of the law, that no one's below it or above it.
So I know that for a long time Eric Holder was somebody you looked at very carefully, and recently I've heard that he's planning to run for president, or he's thinking about it. Any thoughts on that?
Well, we'll see if he will even eligible to run. From that standpoint, we have never received the information on Fast and Furious, which is we're going through the hoops now, trying to get that. Because there's more to the story that will meet Mr. Holder. And so from that standpoint, I will stand by my words that he was one of the worst U.S. Attorney Generals in U.S. history.
And so would you be looking to have him charged also?
Once you get the documentation, you can't do it without you have adequate documentation. And that's been the problem, whether it be Fast and Furious, Operation Choke Point, whether it be Benghazi, whether it be the IRS and the unmasking. The problem is getting the detailed information. That's why it was so important, this affidavit going to the criminal prosecution is so important going to the Attorney General. Is with a limited amount of emails that we have and collaboration, we can show that the law has been violated and America deserves to be treated appropriately, that they are charged accordingly and have their day in court by a jury of their peers.
So talk about the budget. I know you voted against it.
Yeah. Horrible budget. It violated all process rules. Good process builds good policy, builds good politics, and it violated anything along those lines. Second part is that it allowed the Senate to go past go without doing a single appropriation bill and rewarded them for the next year doing the same. That's sad. We can't handle the deficits. We can't direct where money should go to good programs without doing a detailed budget. It's part of the power of the purse that's bestowed on Congress. So I gave people here tonight an opportunity to change the direction. The filibuster, going back to the old filibuster, require it, that you need a quorum on the floor and that you speak till you drop.
What else do you want to tell people?
Well, it's great to be back in Yavapai County. People at least smile here. Washington, D.C. is a mess. But hold on to your horses, because we can get this country back.
Okay. And you're running again?
I'm running again. And pay attention to some of the ideas, and particularly the names coming forward, who will be running for Speaker. Somebody like Jim Jordan might be a great person looking forward.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome, Lynn.